All right. Well, this is Jonah beer.
This is Sara beer.
And we've been married for almost 18 years now.
It's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah. Lived in the Napa Valley for 20 years,
Yep.
I guess.
Boom, here we are now.
Yeah. Yeah.
About to blind taste each other.
I know.
In the divorce court series of blind tastings, Frank Family Vineyards is now just called Leslie Frank Vineyards because she dropped rich like third period French when she found out what he was blinding her on. So this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Jonah currently is with Frog's Leap Winery. He's been there.
Why you say currently? Do you know something I don't know? Am I getting shit canned on Monday?
No,
Oh man,
no.
all right.
You've been with him almost as long as we've been married.
Yeah. We got married at Frog's Leap.
Yeah. John Williams was kind enough to give his property to us for
an hour.
For an hour,
Yeah.
But we had a great time, and you said, "Hey, I love this place. I think I'm gonna go work there."
I think that's pretty much how it went. Sara owns and operates True North Wine Merchants, the California's premier boutique import and distribution company, and also winemaker for Pilcrow, the hottest new brand sweeping the nation.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. How many cases are you up to now?
Well, now we're making about, 20, 25 barrels.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Oh man,
We're like the smallest producer in all of Napa Valley. So,
Oh, it's close
but
anyway.
yeah. But we met when we were both down in Los Angeles, and Jonah was down there for some market work with Stag's Leap Wine Cellars.
I had a wine dinner to do for Safeway. Do you remember this? Sara was the Henry Wine Group Salesperson of the Year. Let's get that on right here.
Gosh.
Salesperson of the Year. And it was your account.
Yeah.
Like
I
that?
think it got canceled, but then they wanted to bring it back on. And so bottom line is that I
Right,
called
that's
Jonah
right,
and I
that's
said, "Hi, you have to come down to LA to do this event." And Jonah said, "No."
Okay, so first of all, it wasn't that. That's a bit of an abbreviated version. There was, I was at Stag's Leap Wine Cellars. I had newly been promoted to California sales manager. I was making $8 an hour. I was feeling great.
Yes.
The dinner had been
Feeling
canceled.
yourself,
And then
that's
a
for sure.
month went by, and then you called out of the blue and said, "Hey, I'm the rep for this dinner. Like, what wines are you pouring and stuff?" And I was like, "That's been canceled." And you said, No, it's still going. You need to come for it." And I was like, "No, I don't." And I was a bit of a dick. I'm not gonna lie. That's for sure. That's for sure. And then,
But then
you
you came
had
down.
you had your boss call me.
Oh yes, he had to, and he actually asked me, my boss asked me, "Is there one favor you want me to ask of this guy? Because I only have one favor." And I said, "Yes, it's that important." And
I went down there.
yeah,
Really bad directions to get to Chez Melange. This is pre-cell phone. And
this is Jonah's version of this story.
I got to Chez Melange, and I remember I was a little bit irritated, and I looked in the rearview mirror, and I could see this adorable blonde sales rep with a wine bag just waving in the rearview mirror, and I thought, that's cool, that's fine, don't worry about it. And the owner of Chez Melange came up, and you introduced me to him, and he said, "There's 8 guys, they're golf buddies, and they paid extra to sit at the table with the Stag's Leap guy. And like they're so interested, they want to hear all the stories."
Yeah.
And I was already like, well, I'm gonna be hitting on her all night, so I don't know how this is gonna work out. So you were doing something, I think you were like checking on the wine service, and I said to the guys at the table, I said, "I am totally gonna try to hit on this girl the entire dinner. If I get us 2 extra bottles of Cask 23, will you not ask me any questions?" And they were like, "Sold." And so the wines came out, I dropped 2 extra bottles on the table, and I literally said, "Any questions, guys?" And they went, "Nope." And they like turned away from us, and I was like, "So anyway, tell me your story. Like, what's your deal?" And we did the dinner, and it was great.
Yeah.
And then we were standing on like the steps, like walking out of Chez Melange, and I was gonna go in for the hug because I thought that for sure would land well. And just beforehand, that older couple came up and they asked how long we'd been married. And I said, "Oh, it's only been 6 months." And they said, "Well, I can tell because you're so in love." And they walked away, and I was like, that's like, come on. And so I went in for the hug, and you cold shouldered me. And if I remember, you didn't even look back. Like, you kind of cold shouldered and walked. Like, you walked. Like, there was no. And you had a long walk to your car, and I remember thinking, "Oh, she'll look back." I saw it in some movie, like if the girl looks back, you didn't. Like, you got in your car and you were gone. That Honda Accord was kicking down, like.
It was a work thing.
Yeah,
It was a work
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
The fireworks came later, you know.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, a bit scandalous, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And that was that. And then at some point when finally this was happening, you said, well, are you moving to LA or am I moving to Napa?
Yeah.
And I said, I think you should move to Napa. And you said, I agree. And that was it.
Yep.
We don't blind taste much.
No.
But we've been practicing.
We've been practicing, yeah. When you first start in the wine business, blind tasting is just like an exciting way to just learn about all kinds of wines. And then you kind of get out of it a little bit.
Yeah,
so
then
it's
you realize that there's a label on it. And you can just look at that, and it tells everything you need to know. Yeah.
So every night, Jonah has been blinding me on a different region, different wine. And we've been having a lot of fun with it, actually. It's been nice because, you know, both of us, we obviously work in Napa Valley, and so we have house palates for Napa Valley a bit, but we also import wines. I import wines from Burgundy and from Piemonte, so it's like I have a house palate right here, and so it's been really nice to be tasting wines from all
Last
over
night,
the
you
world.
almost, it was 1999 St. George from Greece, and you almost nailed it.
I know, I was this close. I was this close.
I was like, if she even gets close, this is gonna be ridiculous. So
Yeah.
the answer to the question is she's way better, right?
No.
And you'll see this in a minute. Her descriptions are better, her vocabulary's better, everything is better. But everyone that knows us knows that. Like, that's not new. It's just, she's better at everything, really.
Oh, stop. Oh, stop. You're buttering me up.
Yeah, I know. I hope you brought me a nice, easy wine to
Yeah.
taste.
We're only a little bit competitive, you know. Don't worry. Don't worry.
A little bit. You ready?
Yeah, let's do this. All right. Game on. Game on. All right, Jonah.
All right.
Let's do this.
Let's do this indeed. That little laugh of yours is telling me maybe that you got a little bit. Yeah, you're excited to watch me.
Just excited.
Belly flop. I hear you.
No,
All right.
it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. Let's start right here.
All right.
Let's start right here.
All right. I'm so excited to blind taste with you, Jonah.
Yeah,
be great.
exactly.
Can I get any hints from you?
Absolutely not.
Definitely not.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh, this is very exciting. That's when I know Jonah likes a wine. You hear him kind of sigh a little bit.
I know.
Beautiful. I think this wine has some age because it has like more of like a dried mushroom, like dried orange peel to it. Very pretty floral, red floral. The fruit is more like receding, but really, really pretty.
Okay, receding. I like that.
Because like everything else is coming at me instead of just the fruit. Gorgeous texture. Red roses. Nice tannin, nice acidity. Really pretty.
Red roses. This is where you get into like where you start coming up with like that great extra description. Like I would just say floral, and you're like, no, it's red roses.
Really, like the fruit is ripe, but it's not overripe. It has nice acidity to it. So it definitely isn't from a warmer vintage. It's definitely not from a generally warmer place. I definitely feel the tannin in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, it has like more, definitely more on the sort of herbal, masculine side. But still some really nice oak to it.
Nice.
Really
Yes.
pretty oak, like really nice kind of, almost like a little bit of like a caramel to it. It's really pretty. It's definitely more focused on floral,
Okay.
but also some masculine notes to it.
You're killing it.
Really beautiful texture. This is definitely heading me in the direction of
Okay.
Old World.
Old world.
I feel like it could be Italian.
Okay.
It's ethereal, it's beautiful. I think it's probably Nebbiolo.
Okay.
And I think it has a little bit of age to it, though. Not super old. It's not. It's beautiful. The tannin is really getting me. So I would say this is.
The tan is getting you so what? Like you're about to, yeah, getting you worked up?
No, I mean, like, it's pretty. It's not like super aggressive. I mean, it could be something like, I'm gonna guess it's Piemonte, that it's Nebbiolo.
Keep going.
It's really pretty. I think it's probably, I'm gonna guess 8 to 12 years old.
Okay.
I'm not as good as our friend Dylan on this kind of stuff, so I'm just gonna guess.
No one is.
I'm gonna guess it's 2011. Ooh, Barolo. I'm not exactly sure what commune. I'm gonna guess it's from the Barolo commune.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Straight Barolo commune. You don't think that I like found like a great Lamora
No, a
or
great
a
producer,
Bucia?
but it could. I don't think it's like Sara Lunga. I don't think it's like super tannic, but I also like but I think it's pretty and ethereal.
Pretty
So,
ethereal Barolo from
Yeah.
the 2011 vintage, straight Barolo.
that's my guess.
All right, rock and roll.
All
Pour
right,
me something.
I'm gonna
pour
pour
me
you.
something.
I'm gonna pour you a beautiful wine. I'm excited. Let me just
There you
make
go,
sure
there
to
you
do
go.
this right.
There you go.
So I'm gonna give you a nice glug of it.
Yeah, and not the not the typical Sara half
okay,
ounce
yes.
pour.
Everyone jokes
It's always
about how.
no. Come on,
how
like, you're not even up to the crease in the
Okay.
glass. Thank you very
All
much.
right, you're welcome.
All right, now we're
All
rocking.
right, so here we go.
Oh my goodness, I'm so fucking lost again. What did you do? Wow. Okay. Well, it seems like it has some age to it, right? And there's quite literally, I guess, nothing here to kind of really look at, but it definitely looks like it has some age. There's like a nice kind of like fennel, like fruit herb complex kind of going on with a little bit of that sous-bois kind of forest floor mushroom. So age is popping into my head, certainly. Time, almost like thyme, maybe? Fruit seems to be red, but I'm not sure if it was once more cassis and currant and is now flowed into something a little with its age, but. Okay, wow. Okay. Shit, this is tough.
What do you think about texture?
The texture is beautiful.
Structure,
First of all,
acidity?
it's like a gorgeous wine. It's got great acidity. It's got texture that's making me lean a little bit more New World than Old World because there's a bit of a depth to the texture and a slight kind of cushiony, plush texture to it. It's got great acidity. The tannins are all but resolved, so like it's very well knit, well put together. Wow. Shit. It feels like it's so well put together. It's so clean and just kind of nicely layered.
I'm going to give you my only tip, which is the advice you've given me since we've started blind tasting together, which is go with your gut, go with what you're saying, go with, just go with what it's telling you instinctively.
I think it's like maybe around. I think it's New World. I think it's Californian. I think it's maybe 15 years old. Okay. I can't tell if it's a Bordeaux blend or where it is. But it feels like it's someone that prefers restraint, right? And so this isn't kind of like a modern interpretation of like a Napa cab. I'm gonna go with. Shit. I'm gonna go with Ridge. And I'm gonna go with, I don't think it's Montebello. Ah, shit, maybe it is. I'm gonna say it's Ridge Montebello, and I'm gonna say it's 12 years old.
Nice. 2008?
Yeah, there we
Excellent.
go. 08.
Excellent.
08 Ridge Montebello.
Beautiful. Can we unveil? Or?
Yeah, you gotta show me what it is, because I know
right.
I got it way fucking wrong.
Well, so because this is a blind tasting for spouses, I really wanted to pick something that really meant a lot to both of us, and something that goes back to the beginning.
Oh my. Do
you have any guesses?
Right. No.
All right.
All right. Oh man, Duckhorn.
Straight from the cellar.
Oh,
this is the wine
1995 Merlot.
that we poured at our wedding out of Magnum.
It is. Oh my God.
So look how beautifully it's
It's
holding up.
unbelievable. I never would have guessed it was 1995.
You're so close.
I almost said Ridge Merlot. I was very close. I was very close.
So.
Well, I got very, very close. Very, very close. You did not get very, very close. You did not get very, very close. You got unbelievably spot on.
What? I almost guessed it was Bartolo Mascarello. Oh my gosh.
Bartolo Mascarello, 2012.
Wow.
You almost
I
nailed the
said
vintage.
It. And
yeah.
obviously she works with different.
And you guessed it's the straight
Yep.
Barolo.
Yep.
It's not from, you know, she's got 5 or 6 in there. But she's been so good to you and such a great mentor
Such
to
an
you
inspiration.
that
And such a.
I thought let's pull this out and enjoy it. And also since, you know, I think we get reimbursed for these, so I figured what the hell, like let's go for it, right? What else are we gonna get to drink? Bartolo Mascarello. But
oh my gosh,
it's
gorgeous wine.
you know, I think that what's really fascinating is you look at both of these and.
Yep.
I mean, at 13.8 alcohol in this 95 Duckhorn, it's the acidity was so bright.
Yep.
And we had Duckhorn 3 Palms from 05,
Yep.
maybe a week ago,
Yep.
and it was you can see a transition in winemaking at that time because that was a much more kind of like
more ripe,
texturally
full,
ripe and
yeah.
and had a bit of a raisin quality. And this is so lean and so kind of pure. It's great. But every time you were describing Maria Teresa's wine, I was like, she would love to hear these descriptors. So like, it's pure and ethereal and beautiful and pretty. And the way she can do that with Nebbiolo's outstanding.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, you nailed it. I love it. I love the
it.
fact you picked the wine. I feel like such a shithead now. I didn't
No,
think
you
about
said all
picking
these
wine
things
from the
about
wedding day.
red fruit and you know, beautiful plushness, and you really you were talking about Merlot.
Yeah, I was.
And Duckhorn Vineyards, they're blenders, so this is only 82% Merlot.
See, there
so,
you go.
You know,
See, yeah.
got all
thanks.
the good things together.
Who made it 95?
So this was actually Tom Rinaldi with Mark Berenger and Tony Biaggi.
Wow.
And then Renee Airy took over after Bill Nancaro, and they both actually, Mark Berenger and Renee both gave me the blessing and told me a lot about this wine.
That's so great.
Yeah, this was very exciting. It came directly from the winery.
Wow.
So.
I asked Maria Teresa if she'd send us a bottle, and she said no. So I tried real hard, but next time. Well, this is great. Thank you for the beautiful wine.
Oh my God, thank
and
you. You did
congrats,
amazing.
You nailed it.
You did amazing, Jonah.
This is why I said she was going to be better at this. She was better at this.
It's beautiful.
This is great.
Beautiful Nebbiolos.
Hey, can we stop the cameras from rolling and maybe just go drink these?
Let's definitely do
I feel
that.
like that's a good idea.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, let's enjoy these.
Love you,
So
sweet.
cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.